Okay, so that we can install it. So let's go to the so once till now we completed a MSBI first part as integration server, SQL Server integration service. So let's see SQL Server reporting service. So why I'm going this topic means, so let's you have get an idea on reports, how to get the reports, how to, like, there is some terminologies which we are using the reporting service. So in order to go to the Tableau or Power BI or other any other reporting tools, your SSRS SQL Server reporting tools is the a fundamental version, like which is existing from the prior to 2005. This is the one which is existing before 2005.
Mm-hmm.
So this Tableau, Power BI, and all came just very recently, quick, like 2 to 3 years before. So
Mm-hmm.
all those reporting tools which is taking the propaganda of this report. SSRS is the basic tool. They consider this as a tool. By using that, they make it as, like, they added some enhancement and they just make the more customer flexible things. They just added. Okay, so that's what I started with. I will start with SSRS. So you can
Mm-hmm.
this is very basic tool and it won't take much more than 3 to 4 days. So, like, just SSRS is nothing but reporting, and you doesn't have to create any coding language here. Just drag and drop what you did before. So
Okay.
SSIS, you just drag and drop and you write the code, right? Even no need to put that much code also in SSRS. SSRS is
Okay.
only 5% or 2% coding. Remaining everything is, you just know the properties, you just know the settings. If you well know about all the settings and properties, then it's fine. Okay.
Okay.
So in SSRS topics, we have, like, let me open Paint. Uh, nice Paint. Excuse me. So this is the SQL Server reporting service, which is familiarly known as SSRS. So
SRS.
here,
Okay.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
So here we should know about, if you go to start with SSRS, you should know about, like, excuse me, I'm not feeling well actually. Uh, what is a report? Components of reports, and types of reports. In these types, we have to know, uh, like, table, matrix, chart,
Chart. Mm-hmm.
pie, all these reports.
Mm-hmm.
Next, so you have, like, few reports called parameterized reports, drill down reports, drill through reports, sub reports. So this you like, you have the all these types of reports, either table, matrix, charts. You can use in the this is the main topics like a drill down, drill through, parameterized reports is nothing but you can pass as an input value. Suppose you want to know the population in Noida, you can pass as a parameter Noida, so it will accept and it will get the values. Okay. And drill down reports is nothing but you as actually you know that drill down is nothing but if you have a country tab, if you click the country, you will get list of countries. You can select any one of the country like
Okay.
states. Drill through is nothing but it's a instead of drill down, you have a plus. If you click the country, if you expand it, I think you are aware of this in a why, because many people can work on many applications. You have a plus symbol. If you expand that, you will get one drill through like all the countries. Each country you have another
Yes.
plus symbol. India, if you expand that, you will get states. Each state you have another plus symbol like that. Drill through. Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Sub reports is nothing but you have another one report like one kind of geographical report. Any report, if you there is another link, if you click that, that report will take you to the another report. Okay, sub report, part of reports.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, these are the types. So if you go like any tab, loop of anything, this is the kind of types of reports. What are the components? What are the things are there? You can come to know here. Okay.
All right.
So let me save this. SSRS contents. So in order to go to, so let's see the what is a report and components of reports and types of reports. Let's see today. So what is a report normally?
Report is presenting something in form of the statistics,
Why we need
tables,
report?
charts.
Why we need report?
On the basis of report, we make a decision. We analyze the production. We find the where we lacked if something was expected and didn't achieve. On the basis of
That you can
report, we make a planning. Mhm.
no that you can what I can say that you can explain in the form of data only, right? Why you need report?
Yes,
Why you need
report
report? You can
it's
explain
a
the data type.
standard. It's a standard presentation in in a user friendly language. It's
Correct. So
because
for the business
mm,
people, they don't know about anything on the data level.
mhm,
Got it? They don't know
mhm,
about what is the mean by data. So which means
mhm.
they need any pictorial representation to know the how they have to run the business. Got it? So so to represent all this data,
Mhm.
so you people are looking for the reports.
Correct.
Okay, which means
Yes.
you can see any business summits like anywhere. So all
Yeah.
the projector they're explaining the things in a form of reports, which means to understanding easily purpose. You can see the Bombay Stock Exchange, like how the stock will be growing, how the Sensex is moving. All these things you can come to know by graph. So that is how reports is. So in SSR MSBI, the added advantage is the report combination is also available as a part of this tool. So if you go Tableau, there is no ETL. If you go Power BI, there is no ETL, only reporting. Okay, but only MSBI
All
can
right.
provide you this statistical operations. If you go new project, see, still now we discussed about integration service and we just click right now we can use reporting service. SSRS session. So let me save this in SSRS block. Select folder. SSRS session. What happened? Okay. Okay, select folder. Then press OK. So I'll just use reporting service project. So
Mhm.
let's see this. So this is what this the what you have seen the how your SSIS block will be existing, right? Right side you have all tasks, you have transformations like that. Got it?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
like that you have in SSRS you have server explorer, you have a solution explorer, you have this is an empty tab. Got it?
What is the server explorer?
It's
Where is
so
the?
server explorer you can see data connections, which means
Okay, at the right side there is the solution explorer.
correct. So now
Mhm.
this is the reports. So the thing is components of the reports. The next thing component is nothing but if you want to create a report, you need basically anywhere Tableau, Python, SSRs anywhere. You need basically two components. Okay,
Mhm.
one is data source called as data source.
Mhm.
Another one is data set. Okay,
Mhm. Correct.
data source. What is meant by data source? Which means where the data is existing. Where is your data is existing?
Data is
Huh?
existing in the table. Uh,
Where the table is existing?
is in the storage, in the database,
Where the database is existing?
in the storage.
No, which storage? Where is the
Database
database existing?
and the server.
Server. That's what. So database is all database tables. All these things are existing in the server, which
Mhm.
means all the things are existing in the server. So
Mhm.
data source is nothing but what type of server you have existing to fetch the data. This is nothing but
Okay.
server. Okay. So
All right.
then data set. Data set is nothing but in the server what are the tables are you have. So you can represent tables, query, like etc etc. Like you have to fetch the data, right? Like this is nothing but data source is nothing but what type of what is a server and database you have to get the data, and data set is nothing but what data you are using. Okay,
Okay. Yes.
so let's come to the technical part. So in a solution explorer you have reports. First check the we'll see the reports. Okay, so there is no reports are existing currently. You have to create a new
Mhm.
report. This is nothing but Abdul, this is nothing but packages. You seen before, right? If packages is we are right click, we are creating new packages.
Mhm.
Got it?
Yes.
Like that
Yes.
you are creating the new report.
Mhm. Okay. Add
See,
new report. Mhm.
there is what happened means there is a two types of see you can see before going to the reports you can see here shared data source, shared data sets. Got it?
Data sheets. Mhm.
Okay.
Data sets.
Data source, the
Yes.
one just now we discussed about data source and data sets.
Mhm.
So data source shared, there is a two types of data source. There is a two types of data sets. One is individual data source. Another one is shared data source.
Okay. Individual data source and there is shared data source.
Individual data source and shared data source. Okay.
Yes.
So same thing you have data set also. Two things you have individual
Mm-hmm.
and shared. What is mean by individual and shared? Which means a simple. It's very simple. If you go individual, if you create a report here, you are just adding a report. This data source and data set you can able to use any one report for that report only.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think you know, right?
Okay.
Shared drive and what is individual drive and shared drive. So the drive which is existing on your desktop, only you can able to access. If it is a shared drive, even I can able to access your desktop. Got it?
Yes.
Like that, this data source and data set is, so if that's what, so if I add a new report, it's asking new data source, it's asking shared data source. So let me create
Okay.
a shared data source. Suppose uh, right click, new, add new data source. So let me create server name. So like how you are created in SSIS, like that, just edit. See, you can connect anything, Abdul. You can connect to SQL Server, Azure, Oracle, XML, SAP. You can Hyperon, Teradata. You can get any one of the source.
Mm-hmm.
If you are aware of Teradata, you can pull the things from the Teradata also. You can just copy paste the connection string here.
Okay.
You can use Oracle, you can like the same thing, you can edit, you can just use the Oracle server name, database name, everything. So let's take the SQL server, get edit.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I think this is my local server. So what server I can use? What thing I can use? Dot,
Dot
correct
or
na?
localhost. Mm-hmm.
Correct. So let me, so then it will communicate to my existing SQL server, then it will get the database, test connection. Okay. So I'll press OK. So this is my shared data source. If you can expand it, so I have my shared data source. So now what happened? Let me create shared data set, or else let me create a report. Now I'll tell you the difference. Just click the report, add new report. See, you have two types. This is this data source. If I create now,
Mm-hmm.
if I create this data source, Abdul, what happened na?
Mm-hmm.
I can able to use only for this report. Only for this report. If I want to go to the other report, if I want to go to the other report, I can't use this what I can say, limit. This limitation is
Mm-hmm.
only existing for the current report. But if I can use shared, see, I already created, I can use this.
Okay.
Got it?
Okay. If means if we check the new data source, then we can use only this report.
Correct, you can't
I
use
don't
any other report.
understand. I don't understand.
Example, I'll tell you. So
Mhm.
just I created the server name, I created the server name, localhost and practice. So just give the, just use. So I just want to create, say I just want to create a new report, added one, so report one. This is my report. Got it?
Okay.
Got it? This is my report. So you can, if you can drop down, I have one report. I'll tell you the best example. Let me create another report. So you have to go to the add new item,
Mm-hmm.
report.
Mm-hmm.
I added. Okay. So I'll do one thing. So I'll go to this report one. I just go to the report one. What I'm doing is, here you have a report data tab. Here you have a data source and data sets options. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your reporting page, Abdul. So create new report. So this report, if you can if you can left side, you have all built-in fields, parameters, images, data source, and data sets.
Mm-hmm.
In the right side, you have shared data source, shared data sets, and reports. You can add it. In the left side, you have built-in fields, parameters,
Built-in
images,
fields, parameters,
individual
images.
source, individual data sets. If I click that data source, add data source. See, there is a two types of connections. One is shared, another one is embedded. See,
Mm-hmm.
data source name, I'll just give connection, new data source. There is a two types. If I already use a shared connect, already I defined one connection manager, I can click this use shared data source. I can refer, see my server name is visible here. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
Which means if I define my connection manager one place, I can use number of reports. If I created here na any one report, I can use this server name,
Mm-hmm.
which means you are creating 10 reports which is using the same server. Why again and again you have to create the same connection manager every time? You can create one time and you can call that connection manager. That is what it means.
Mm-hmm.
Got it? Still you are not
Yes.
getting. So let's do. I'll create an embedded connection. I'll edit. I'll go to the local host. I'll create. Sorry. Let me create. Let me select any DB work for this. So I'll press OK. I'll press OK. So for this, I have a new data source. If I click here, Abdul, report 2. If I want to select the data source, there in embedded, it's not existing. In embedded means which I created just now, it's not able, I cannot access here, which means that connection manager only is restricted to that particular report. You will not able to call, you will not able to use the connection manager for other report if you created embedded connection manager. If that is why if we want to use the same connection manager for all the reports, so instead of
Mm-hmm.
creating again and again, you can create one time as a shared data source. So you can
Mm-hmm.
call that data source every time. See, again I can see the same server name here in report 2. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Still you have a
So
doubt?
why do we
You can.
so why do we use embedded data source? We
Ah,
can only use
suppose.
that report. So why do we use?
Suppose if one report I can use connection manager as suppose just assume there is a server local host database is Abdul and Jagdish. So if some
Mm-hmm.
one report I want to use data, I want to use data from Abdul database. So that's why I created shared data source is Abdul. But the next
Mm-hmm.
report I have to get the data from Jagdish. So
Mm-hmm.
you already defined the shared data source as Abdul. So if the
Mm-hmm.
next report, if you want to use it on, so that will not helps you to generate the report. So that's what you have your own connection manager,
Mm-hmm.
which means see one thing clearly. Don't get confused. First of all, see if you create one connection manager
Mm-hmm.
which needs to be, see it's a requirement of all the reports may not use the same server same database. First of
Correct.
all whatever reports you have, all the reports, there is no mandatory case to use same server and same database. Each report may can have their own server and their own database, depends on the requirement.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes all the reports can use the same connection manager. There is a two cases. Got it?
Okay. Yes.
May or may not. All the reports can use the same connection manager. All reports cannot use the same connection manager. It's a depends. Okay?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So whenever all the reports want to use the same connection manager,
Mm-hmm.
that time you can create a shared reports every time in order to create every time new connection manager, create it one time and you can call that. But whenever
Okay.
different all the reports can use a different connection manager,
Mm-hmm.
10 reports are there. They have to communicate, each report have to communicate with the each server, 10 servers. You can't create 10 connection managers in the shared. Why? Because your connection manager use only for one report. There is no, you can
Yeah.
ask, I can use 10 connection manager in the shared data source. I can call it in the all the reports. No, there is no use.
Mm-hmm.
Best definition is if my data source can be used more than one reports, I can go with the shared data source. If data source
Yes. We
if
can
each
call.
data source used by the one
Mm-hmm.
report, only used by the one report, then you can go with the embedded. That's it.
Okay. All right.
Got it?
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
Yes. The same thing, the one which you discussed about shared data, so like kind of shared data sets. Data set is
Mm-hmm.
nothing but queries. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I just created a new database. So you can just go to the data set, right click, add data set. Again, it will ask same thing, shared data sets or embedded data sets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So use data set, share data set, and there is what are the tables you have? First of all, what is my connection manager? DB work. Okay, this is DB work. So just try to run the same query. So right click, add data set, use embedded. So what is my data source new? So I'll just write a text. See, there is a two types. Shared data set. Shared data set means you can come to your whatever you have created data set in the right hand side. Na shared data set that you can use it. Use
Okay.
embedded. Use a data set embedded in my report. So which is already you have defined in the right side, left side.
Mm-hmm.
New EDS, new DS. I can call that.
Mm-hmm.
I can use a text. You can or else you can use as a table. Anything you can use as a table, text, anything.
Means shared data set reflecting at the right side and the embedded data set reflecting at left side,
Correct.
because you have created, yes, new DS, it's embedded, it's reflecting at left side.
UEDS is embedded. That's what I used
Okay.
embedded.
Mm-hmm.
So I just created select. So I'll go to the fields, ID, name, salary, date of join. I'll press OK. Got it? So
Yes.
this is my data set. So then, so I can see that's it. So now you have created the data source, which means server name and database name. Initial catalog is DB work, server name is dot localhost. Under that you have data, you just created one data set which is select star from employee table which contain, I just want to display of this table. Okay. So here like that's it. This is your first step. So then come to your empty box, right click,
Mm-hmm.
insert. There is an option called insert. See, this is the types of reports: table, matrix, rectangle, image, chart, guys, map, anything. I just want to use the table, suppose. The basic one is table, na? So let's create table
Yes.
report.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to define that fields. See, if you click this, you will get what are the fields are existing here. So you can, like in your report, what are the required fields you want to display, you can use it. ID, name, salary. If you want to add one more block, you just insert column, right side. If you want to delete it, right click, delete columns, like that. Okay. Right click, insert column, right side. So just add date of join. That's it. Got it? This is, you just define the report. Just come to the preview. So then your query will run. It's just loading now. Your query will run and it will display the result.
Okay.
See, it's loading.
Mm-hmm.
See, got it? This
Yes.
this is the application. In the front end, you can see, you can use whatever it is. You want to make it as a color.
But how's the record? How the record did come? Because we haven't put any record.
Text box properties, font. I just want to go with this. Like I will discuss it tomorrow. So this is a basic preview. You will get confused. This is the basic report. So you can export it into different format: PDF, Excel, Word, whatever it is. Got it?
Jagdish,
You can
how
print.
did the record come? No, no. How did the record come? We haven't enter any record.
No, we are not enter any record. So whatever you have a data set, the data set you are having using select star from employee, which means this is a SQL query. What is the
Okay,
result
okay.
if I use this select star from employee here?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is the result you are
Oh, all
getting?
right.
Which means that you're getting
Yeah.
ID, name, salary, date of join. The
Yeah, it will
same
display all the
thing,
record of the
your
day.
data set
Mm-hmm.
will execute, and your data set will execute once if you click preview. That is what in application, Abdul. So if you go, if you press application view report, it will just load and it will display you the result.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
So this is the basic report. So we'll come to
Mm-hmm.
know tomorrow what are, like, how to enhance this report, on what are the types of reports. We'll see tomorrow. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's wind up. So I'm not feeling much here. So we'll discuss it on tomorrow, remaining things. Okay.
Okay.
So try to
Okay.
log in
Okay.
at 10, please, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Will you come by
Okay.
10:30 or
All.
else?
Yeah, at 10:30 or
Okay.
11.
Let,
Yes. Yeah.
let's catch
Mm-hmm.
up at 10:30. Sure.
All
Thank you.
right. Mm-hmm.